Kamala Harris is now officially in the race against Donald Trump. The polls show a close contest. This is true across the country and in important states. These states, like Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, could decide the election. The race is close in these states. Interestingly, Harris seems to do slightly better when Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is included in the polls. Right now, national polls show a tight race. However, state polls are more important. These polls tell us who is winning in each state. State polls are still limited. We expect to see more state polls soon. These polls will give us a clearer picture of the race. Experts are watching these trends closely. They are looking for clues about who might win. The latest polls give us important information, but how do we know if they are accurate? Reliable polls use specific methods. They carefully select people to participate. They also make sure the people represent all voters. The New York Times works with Siena College. Together they conduct national and state polls. These polls are considered reliable. Not all polls are created equal. Some polls are conducted by groups that favor one candidate. These polls might be biased. It's important to pay attention to who is conducting the poll. Reliable polls use a method called probability-based sampling. This means everyone has an equal chance of being selected. This helps make the results more accurate. Joe Biden was initially running against Donald Trump. However, Biden decided to withdraw from the race. This happened after his poll numbers went down. Harris's numbers have improved since then. She is now the Democratic nominee. This has changed the race significantly. Biden's decision came after a difficult period. He was behind Trump in the polls. This was true both nationally and in important states. The June presidential debate was particularly challenging for Biden. An assassination attempt against Trump also impacted the race. These events likely contributed to Biden's decision. Battleground states where the election will be won. Some states are especially important in this election. These are called battleground states. These states could go to either Harris or Trump. They are often very close races. Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and Michigan are key battleground states. Biden struggled to gain support in these states. Before he withdrew, Biden was behind in the polls in these states. This was a problem because these states were important in the 2020 election. They helped Biden win the presidency. Biden's low poll numbers in these states showed that he was facing an uphill battle. The Kennedy factor, a wild card in the race. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is also running for president. He is running as an independent. His presence in the race could impact the outcome. Some polls show that Harris does slightly better when Kennedy is included. This suggests that Kennedy might take votes away from Trump. Kennedy is a controversial figure. However, he has a loyal following. It is still too early to say how much of an impact he will have on the race. His candidacy adds another layer of uncertainty to an already unpredictable election. Predicting the unpredictable polls, history, and the road ahead. Polls are helpful, but they are not perfect. They can give us a general idea of where things stand. However, they cannot predict the future. There have been times when polls have been wrong. The 2024 election is particularly uncertain. Many factors could influence the outcome. Unexpected events can happen. Public opinion can shift quickly. There is always a margin of error in polls. All of these factors make it difficult to predict the winner. Despite these challenges, polls are still useful tools. They help us understand the race. The coming months will be crucial for both Harris and Trump. They will need to convince voters that they are the right choice for president. The outcome of the election is still uncertain. However, one thing is clear: it will be a close race.